Hello, I'm Rocket, and this is a... Hi, I'm Rocket, and this is a place where I'm going to publish my unfiltered, relatively unscripted thoughts, reflections about life. My goals are to encourage empathy, to encourage critical thinking, to think about, the other side of the argument, and to encourage a celebration around education. What I mean by that is that, as people, we mess up a lot. And a lot of our mistakes are driven by ignorance, which is just a lack of knowledge. Now, as a society, we've come to a place where you can lose your job, you can lose friends, you just get blasted for making mistakes, whether it's something you said or did, by ignorance. Sorry. I just think, wouldn't society be a lot happier and kinder of a place if we used mistakes of ignorance as an opportunity to celebrate the opportunity to learn, to grow? So celebrate education. Oh, sorry. This is grosser than I thought it'd be. Oh, I chose a shallow spot too. Now, let me just save you some time and tell you why you may not want to watch this channel or follow along. Firstly, you and I are very dissimilar in probability. I have a very eccentric personality, uncommon background, and I'll talk about those things more in future videos, but from family to education to world experience and traveling, I do realize I have an uncommon background. So if you're looking for someone who you can relate to on that level, it's probably not me. The second reason you may not want to watch or follow along is because it might be boring. I just plan to talk in this series and offer reflection. So if you are tired of hearing me talk or men talk or people talk, again, this may not be for you. You've been on the internet before, and I'm sure you know how to find your way out of here. The last reason why I can think of that you may not want to follow along is because, while I'm not always wrong, I'm also not always right. And it's very possible that I'll say things that are offensive to you or that are just wrong, like factually wrong, or maybe like a barbaric opinion. My goal is to be I would like to be super, super authentic. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I realize that may be part of the process. I think tough conversations are good and important to have, particularly because they can be tough. But yeah, if you're looking for a sanctuary or a safe space, this is probably not going to be it. Now, if you can find reason, very uncomfortable. If you can find reason to follow along this channel, despite all these things, and you feel like there might be value for you, then by all means follow along. I'd love to have you here, watch, engage, share with your friends, do all those good things. If you decide to follow along, I would say that, look, a lot of the topics are not going to be the most PC or whatever. They're going to be, people have strong opinions about that. And if you feel like you have a strong opinion, you feel emotionally invested or emotionally aroused, I would just ask you to be decent in your comments. And if it helps you to jump into a frozen or a very cold stream or an ice bath before you comment, that would be great. Do what you need to. I do know from experience that it is extremely hard to be angry when you are very, very cold. Trying to remember what else I wanted to say here. I think that's basically it. If you want to support me, basically I don't plan on monetizing this channel. I'm not really sure where it's going to go anyway. But if you end up finding this channel or these videos bring you value to your life and you want to compensate me for my time and bringing that value to you, then by all means, this is America and I will gladly accept your dollars. I probably will have linked my PayPal or whatever below. Yeah. life isn't always easy, but I do think it should be beautiful. And I do think that a little discomfort is valuable. And I also just look at the world and I'm like, holy shit, if we don't do something to build bridges with each other, like, we're going to absolute chaos. And I have a son, he's 2, and I just think, like, the world that he's gonna have to grow up in will hopefully be better and more beautiful than the one we're in now. But I feel like it's only gonna be that way if we build that together. And I feel like if we can achieve progress, it will be through having conversations where we reflect deeply and honestly and compassionately. So those are the goals. That's it. Love hard, live well, and hopefully I'll see you in future videos.